Hello, welcome to this tutorial, and here we are going to look at iframe. Now iframe is something, it's an HTML document or an HTML attribute that helps us to embed another HTML code or content into our web browser. And the advantage of it is we don't need to load or reload the page. It will be just a page inside a page. Okay, so let's get started. Actually, before we get started, this is the advantage of an iframe. It can be used to put adverts within our page. It can be used to put any HTML content, even images in our page. Right? So let's get started. An iframe element has what we call iframe attributes. Okay, so in this we have what we call an iframe. Okay, an iframe. We have what we call an iframe border. So if we put 0, it means it's off. I mean, if you put 1, it's on. So let's put 1 so that we can be able to view those borders. And we can also give it a width of maybe 200 pixels. You can as well use percentage like 100%, and height can also be 100%. In this video I'm using pixels, so I've decided to choose 200 pixels per measurement. Okay, now away from that, I come and now put the source. Okay, before we do that, the pages I'm going to embed here are these pages. Remember, I'm working with index, but then I want these pages to reflect in our page. Let's first look at them. Like first page, if I open it, this is how it looks like. Okay, and our second page, if I open it, this is how it looks like. So I can go ahead and close this and then open our page which we're working on, which is the index page. Okay, so we are on the index page which we're working on, and we want these pages here to come and appear within our web page. Okay, that's what we call the iframe. All right, so we are here and we are talking of iframe. Okay, so we introduce the element called iframe and we are on the attribute called iframe. Okay, so this is the iframe. There is some error here. It's supposed to be iframe border. Okay, iframe border is equal to 1 pixels. We have given it 200, and for the width and for the height. So we come to name source. Okay, source, we want to have our first page here, so we're just going to do that, and we put our first page. Source is first page, okay, dot HTML. All right, and then name, this is you don't need to worry much about it. We shall talk about it. It's on the server side, but we can say our iframe. This is our iframe. Okay, our iframe. Yeah, and ID, we can maintain it as our iframe. That's more important here. Our iframe. Okay, that's our ID. Okay, now after doing that, and I go and then save this and then come to my browser and refresh, you realize that I have this. Okay, so you see that this page, first page, is actually embedded within my web browser. Remember, this is a page which is having its own content, but inside this I can have another page embedded in, maybe for advertising purposes or a photo, but inside another web browser, and I don't need to refresh or reload the page to see this because it is in an iframe. That's the advantage of iframe. Okay, that's an advantage of iframe. Someone can read throughout this in this page without even having to reload this. Okay, now remember we have 2 pages and I've done only 1, so I can simply come below this within the iframe. All right, within the iframe I can hit a break. Okay, I can introduce another tag here called break. Okay, yeah, and then I come below that and I introduce another reference. So I'm going to make an anchor. I'm going to use the anchor element, and of course I open the tag, and then I put the anchor, and I put the href, and then I hit equal signs, because I want to make sure that this is actually below this, and when hitting it reloads on the same page, because I don't want to put everything on my page, because this page, this box is simply made for maybe advertising or loading other pages. So I'm not going to make as many as I can on the one page. So I just want to keep this limited to one iframe, so that in case the other pages should load, on click they'll appear here. All right. So I do that, and I come to do that. I come to the anchor element just below that. Okay, this thing is not even supposed to be inside. Okay, that's one thing you have to note. It's not supposed to be inside this. Okay, because my page is getting small, let me first break this from here. I had wanted to break it from there, but I want to utilize all the three windows. Remember, I've opened three windows in this. I have, this is my file for where I've saved my folder, where I've saved the pages. This is my coding page, and this is the web browser. So I want to have all the three fit here. So that's why I shifted this break from here to here, so that I can have enough space to view it, other than hiding other content. All right, hope that's okay. It's not part of the coding anyway, but it's good to you to know why I shifted it down, because someone would assume if I put it here it won't work. It will work, but I just wanted to put here so that I have all the content within the view mode where I can view. All right, now remember I was saying that these things I don't have to put them inside inside the iframe. So I have to come out of the iframe and then put that. Okay, so here on putting break, I come outside the iframe and introduce the anchor element. So I'll go straight away and start by putting A, which stands for anchor, and H reference. Okay, and of course I have to put the value or the target. Okay, the name where I'm referring to. So in this case, I have already the first page, which is here, which is this one. Now I want to introduce another one called radio. So I'll go here and put my page name, which is radio. Okay, radio.html. Okay, so on doing that, I come outside this. Remember, what you're referring to has to be inside the quotes. Okay, and I come outside of that, and then I put target. Okay, target. What am I targeting? I am targeting, remember where I said here, for the name you don't need to match what about it, because that's on the server side, or the other, where we should come to JavaScript and what we're using the PHP and admin the other side of the server. But now here I said this is more important, because it will reflect here. So what we are going to put, the target we're going to put is our ID. Okay, so we come here and put target. Okay, target is equal to our ID. Okay, so our iframe. So I open quotes and then put our iframe. Okay, that's my target. Now after doing that, I come outside of the brackets, and then outside of the angle, or outside of the tag, and then I put an instruction, which would have been as a label, because this is what I want the user to see. So I can say switch. Okay, this is just an instruction. Switch to new window. Yeah, can use something like that, or new document. Switch to new document. Yeah, all right, new document. document, something like that. Oh, this is not the spelling of document. Okay, come and correct that. Yeah, switch to new document, and then I close my anchor. Always don't forget to close this, because it will confuse the browser, and of course when the browser is confused, that means that confusion is derived from who coded it, and definitely we get wrong results. So on closing my anchor, I can go ahead and then save this. Can hit Ctrl+S or go up here and then save. Of course, I've already saved, that's why it's inactive. I hit Ctrl+S. Now coming back to my browser, I refresh the browser. Alright, you see that below this there is something like switch to. Okay, if it's too close to this, you can still get back to your code. Let me maximize this so that you can see it clearly as well. You can, where the main frame ends, it's ending here, right? So you can add another break. Okay, you can have 2 breaks, line breaks. Yeah, so back to the size, and then when I come to my browser and I refresh, you see that there's some space added. So I want it like that. That's why I added the double breaks. Okay, now this is what I wanted. The first page is being seen in my index page. Remember, this is my index page. I can have maybe other documents typed in there, but then I want something to be viewed in the iframe, sort of like an advert or anything, but then I want someone to switch to the new window. So in case you hit here, you'll get to this other radio button, the document. You see that? Yeah. So that's basically what we're going to look on, what we plan to look on today, and let me see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Oh, before I go away, I remember something. Remember here, I was just putting source. Let me get back there. Okay, where are you? I was putting source. Okay, it's here. You see the statement where I go to source. I just put firstpage.html, which is this, and it comes up automatically. Now that was happening because I had put all this in one folder. Okay, remember, this is my folder. I just put them in a folder. That's why I wanted you to view all the 3 windows opened here. This is my first my folder where I put all this, and they're all picking from the same folder. Now in case you are not in the same folder, please make sure you put a path. Yeah, otherwise, or else you'll not see that. You see errors anyway. You have to put a path, maybe D, file D, this, you put the path. Okay, yeah, so mine is the same folder, that's why I didn't have to put a path or file location path. Okay, so thank you guys for watching this video. I want to keep it as short as it is, and let's catch up in the next video. Thank you.